Welcome back to your Fantasy Football Buddies. I'm Steven Miranda.
And I'm Jeff Ellis, and it is Tuesday, the October 11th, 2011.
I'm excited for fantasy football, Jeffrey. It was a big weekend for me this past weekend.
Yeah, you made a lot of money this weekend, and I virtually won nowhere.
Ouch.
It was a rough one.
We're going to talk about Week 6 buys and what to expect.
Oh, gosh. And we're also going to have our Hot Waiver Wire pickups. These are huge because with the bye weeks amongst us, you're going to need them.
And in fantasy football for James, we'll teach you how to structure a trade.
Structure a train?
A trade.
Oh, because I'm like, we have no business talking about trains. We live in L.A.
A trade. But let's get to Week 6. It is here. Football is just sometimes you got to pull your hair out because, like, Seattle, who would have thought that, Seattle would do what they did in New York? Marshawn Lynch running the ball the way he did. Doug Baldwin, who we're going to talk about
Dougie Baldwin.
Having big games. Anyways, 6 teams on a bye. Denver, Tennessee, Kansas City, Arizona, San Diego, and those Seattle Seahawks all off this week. And Jeffrey, it's been kind of crazy because since last week, there have been 6 teams on a bye.
There's 6 teams on a bye. Last week, this week, next week, week after that. Then we get a reprieve from the byes. The byes go on bye.
No. Then there's 4.
Then there's 4. Then there's a bye from the byes, and then there's 4
again.
more.
Yeah.
And that's a lot. In years gone by, generally, the buys kind of do a thing like this.
It's kind of 4,
boom,
then 6, and then 4.
And then back down again.
And then you're done.
This year we start here, we go there, and then we go up a little. It's harder to speculate and to know what to expect, so just hang tough with us.
Well, no Chargers this week, no Chiefs, no Titans. But it gets worse next week. Next week, no Bills, no Patriots, Giants, Eagles, or 49ers.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Good luck, everybody.
Bye weeks are really,
bye-bye.
They're hurting. We can't wait. Hopefully it doesn't affect your team too much, and hopefully when you drafted, you had the buys in mind.
And if you didn't, here's what we got for you in Hot Waiver Wire pickups, either because of injuries or because of otherwise.
We'll start with quarterback because of otherwise. Not an injury here. Tim Tebow has been announced the starting quarterback. Now, Tim won't be available until Week 7 because Denver has a bye this week. But you know what?
Hey, if you're desperate at quarterback, you could do a lot worse.
At the end of the season, the games he did start, he did put up over 20 points in both of those games. So he's a play at your own risk as far as I'm concerned. We just need to alert you. He is out there. He's available. He's going to start. Think about it.
And I think he's a feast or famine kind of quarterback, frankly. It's like he's going to have weeks where he may get 30 points. But then he's going to have the week where he only gets 7 because he runs one in himself and he has a pick or something. So you've got to be careful and maybe look at the matchups, maybe look at points scored against. I would look very much at a team's ability to stop the run.
All right. Another quarterback that we like this week, he is coming into his own stride, finding a nice little rhythm. Matt Cassell of the Kansas City Chiefs. In back-to-back weeks, he's had pretty solid outings. And last week, he threw 4 touchdown passes.
He's available in 40% of leagues out there, so that means you can go grab him probably. Now, wide receiver, we told you about this one. We give you 2 weeks. If somebody's really hot, and they're out there, and they're still out there, and we told you about him, maybe you missed a week. So Victor Cruz, New York Giants, go get him. What are you, crazy?
Cruz is available in 71% of leagues. This guy is not only seeing his number of catches increase week by week, he's seeing his targets increase week by week. Last week he was phenomenal. 8 catches for over 100 yards again, a touchdown. Jeffrey, this is a guy
all these are proportional. He's becoming Eli's go-to guy.
He can definitely help your team because he is starting to be a staple there for the New York Giants.
This is one of the things I really want to emphasize. Eli, when he finds his go-to guy, he locks in on him, and that's it.
Yeah.
He really does. Those numbers go through the roof once he finds a guy he likes.
We talked about Doug Baldwin of the Seattle Seahawks. 99% of leagues he's available. His targets are increasing, and he finds the end zone. Bottom line, he gets in the end zone, scores touchdowns.
Now, does anybody think I'm crazy? I'm not. Darius Hayward-Bey, DHB, available in 97% of leagues out there. He has had back-to-back solid weeks, and we know Al Davis passed away, and so he was playing really high for the owner and things. But the week before, he had done well, Steven.
Yeah, that's right. You're not being crazy, Jeff. Darius Hayward-Bey obviously coming into his own finally. Maybe it took him a couple of years, but he and Jason Campbell are locked in right now, and he is getting his targets.
You know what I think it is,
I
Steven?
like Darius Hayward-Bey.
I think he's discovered Lubriderm. and his hands have become a lot softer.
Maybe Al, before he passed away, taught him to stick them. Remember the stick? Al was very good with
but
sticking.
no matter what, those rock hands seem to be softening a little bit.
All right, some running backs. Indianapolis Colts, Delone Carter, 92% availability there. Injury to Joseph Addai opens up the door for this guy. Last week he only had 12 carries, but we didn't think that's going to increase, and he did score a touchdown.
Indy very serious about running the ball and seem to be doing a much better job with Curtis Painter in there. Better able to sell the play action and the hurry-up offense running that. Kansas City Jackie Battle available everywhere, 99.9%. Had 19 carries for 119 yards. And he looks to see an increased role because...
Yeah, well, he's come out of nowhere, and he's giving the Kansas City Chiefs an option that's stable. And that's what they like in Jackie Battle, and I think he's going to be available. And he is definitely, if you're lacking running backs, will help you.
Okay, quickly, tight ends. Only one we could find, Cincinnati, Jermaine Grisham. Available 61% of leagues. Back-to-back weeks with the touchdown catch, averaging 10.5 points per week.
Yeah, I'll take that from my tight end possession.
Heck yeah.
Every week.
Real quickly, fantasy football for this guy, James.
The little lion.
Just a little lion.
All right.
How do you structure a trade? Real quickly here. You got to find yourself a dance partner.
He's having problems with this. He was like, I want to make a trade because I need something. Well, you got to have something of value.
By the way, James, you need a lot.
He does need a lot. His kid is struggling. But hey, you know what? He's only one game back in his division, so you got to give him some props.
Okay,
there.
As you go and structure a trade, you got to find a dance partner. The best place to start is outside your division, because if you win your division, you go to the playoffs.
Right.
So you don't want to help somebody in your division unless you have to.
Stay away from them. Basically, what you're going to do is you need to find what is your strength. I have, four wide receivers that are all really good, but I need a running back. So you got to go out and find someone outside your division that, Jeffrey, maybe they have strength at running back position. They got 3 or 4 guys there that are all really strong. You could use one of those guys. Reach out to that owner, send them an email, or just structure a trade and send one of your top wide receivers for one of their top running backs. See if that works for them. Bottom line is you got to talk to somebody. If you don't propose a trade, no one's just going to come out there and ask you for a trade.
And the only way you know who you can dance with possibly is to do your homework. There's a lot of homework to do. If you don't have a photographic memory, go out to the website, do screenshots of all the teams that are in your league, put them side by side, print them out, and see whom you can dance with.
And that's going to basically tell you, okay, I could take this guy and this guy, maybe structure him a 2-for-1 deal so that you can get the strength that you need at the position that you need, and maybe give away some of that talent that's just sitting on your bench, not getting you any points.
That's what we got for you.
I'm Steven Miranda.
Jeff Ellis.
For your Fantasy Football Buddies. Out.